guys, in this video we will be building a simple sign-in form which has all the validations for email and the password. In this form, without entering the valid email or a valid password, we will not be able to submit this form. It will show us some kind of errors if the email is not valid or password is not valid. So in this video we will be looking at how to build these kind of validations on the front end for this login form. We will be building this project in 3 simple steps. In step 1 we will be setting up the React app and install all the required packages that we need to complete this project. In step 2 we will focus on building just the front end layout, and in step 3 we will implement all the validations on the form and implement the JavaScript functions using libraries, that is Formik and Yup. In this video we will see the magic of Formik and Yup. So Formik and Yup has a lot of inbuilt functions like on submit, on change, which we'll be using for this form. We will not be writing our own JavaScript functions, and we'll see how these libraries help us do that. So let's start and create a simple React app using npx create react app. Let's wait until the entire app is created. So now the app has been created. We will go to the particular directory. Now let's install the required packages that we will need to complete this project. So here we will be installing 4 packages, that is Material UI and Emotion React and Emotion Style, which are part of installations that we need to do for Material UI. And then we will be installing a package called Yup, which will help us build all the validations on the form, and of course the Formik. Now all the packages have been installed. Let's start the app by using npm start. So our default React app is ready to be built, and we'll start building the front end from here. Let's remove all the default content and let's put hello world just to check if everything is working fine. Now let's start importing some packages, that some of the components that we will be needing from Material UI to build the basic layout with the email input field and the password input field. Now let's remove this hello world text and then add a card, which is a component from Material UI. Inside this card we will be building our form, and we'll be using the text field input from Material UI to build the email and the password input fields. So here let's make the text field as full width. As you can see, it's full width on the screen right now. We'll give some margins from the top to bring this entire form in the center of the screen. Now the form is a little bit in the center. We can adjust the margin as per needs. And let's give a label to the text field, which will, so the first text field is email address, as you can see, and we can give it a name as well. A name would be email. Let's add another tag here, which is error, and this is a boolean, and if the error is true we should be able to see the input field in red color, and if we set error to false, then the color of the input field will change to blue. So if we are entering the wrong email, we'll be able to see the error if the error field is true. So right now we'll set it to true, but later when we write the JavaScript functions, we'll see how to make this field dynamic, and helper text would be the actual error that we have on the email. So for now we just say please enter the valid email in case there's an error. So now we are hard coding these fields, but we will make it dynamic when we come to importing the libraries, that is Formik and Yup. The same thing we'll do for the password as well. Let's give it please enter a valid password here. Let's give some padding to the card as well to bring the input fields in the middle of the card. So we'll give some padding around the card. Let's give padding from all the 4 sides, from the top, left, right and bottom, and we can try to increase the padding from left and right to bring it more in the center of the card. That looks perfect. 15% is the ideal value, but we can change according to the layout that we need. And we'll add a typography here. We'll just give it a heading that it's a sign-in form. We forgot to import this component from Material UI, so let's add in the imports as well. So guys, our basic front-end part seems to be ready. All we need to do is we need to add a submit button at the bottom of the text fields, and this button will be of type submit. Let's name it as submit. Let's apply some properties. We can say variant is equal to contained, and we can give it a type submit. I think we are good to go. So submit button is ready, but it's not really doing anything right now, but we will make it work with the help of a form. Let's let's increase the padding of the card a little bit to bring the form a little bit more into the center. This looks good. Now let's work on the submit button. For the submit button, we will enclose both these text fields within the form HTML tag. Let's add the form HTML tag below the card and enclose both the text fields under the form. And once we are using this as an entire form, we will be able to write on submit function on the form. Let's put on submit here. So as of now, since we will not be writing our JavaScript functions, we will just alert that form has been submitted for now, and later we'll make it work properly with the help of Formik. So everything seems to be working fine for the front end part. So in the next step, we should go and implement this form properly with the validations and the JavaScript functions. For that, let's import use Formik from the Formik library, and we also need to import Yup from library called Yup. These libraries will help us with a lot of JavaScript implementation on the HTML code that we have written. For that, we will define a simple object with the help of use Formik, and in this object there will be two fields, email and the password, as initial values. So these will be the initial values that will be assigned to the text field. In the beginning, these values can be empty, and on submission of this form, we will define some kind of logic here. When we submit the form, we need to basically console log the values that we get from the form. So in this on submit, we will try to submit this form, and if there is an error in the submission, then we'll catch this error with the help of try catch. So we'll catch the error here. To record this error, we will use the inbuilt helper functions within the Formik library. We will set errors to error message. So we will say set errors to error submit to error message. So this is all the logic we wanted to write on the Formik. Now let's go to the HTML and change the on submit to formik.handle submit, which is an inbuilt function within the Formik. We have already defined within the Formik object. We can change the errors to formik.errors.email. So if there is any kind of error in the email, this will become true, and our text field will become red in color. Same way we are going to do for the password. And the helper text would be an actual error. We want to make that helper text from static value to dynamic, and everything seems to be ready. Let's also put on change function on the text fields. So whenever a user comes and types some value in the text field, we are going to handle that value with the again inbuilt function handle change, which is built within the Formik library. So you can see that we are not writing any of our JavaScript functions here. This form seems to be working fine, but there are no validations here right now. We will be implementing a validations as well with the help of library called Yup. So for that, we first need to define the schema for the validations. Schema is basically what kind of values we need to accept for the email and the password. Is it a string, is it an integer, or is it any other data type that we want to accept? So that kind of logic we will write within the schema. For both password and the email, we will accept the value as a string of type email. And here we can actually write an error that we want to throw if the type of the value is not email. So we'll say, tell the user, please enter a valid email. And this field is of course required. If user leaves this field as empty, then we'll tell the user that email is required. You cannot submit the form by leaving this field as empty. We'll do same for the password. We will accept the password in the form of string, and this should be of minimum, let's say 7 characters. If it is less than 7 characters, then we are going to throw an error that password is not a secure password. And again, we are going to make this field as required. User will not be able to submit the form without entering this field. So we can say password is required. So that's all we need to do to implement the validations. Now we'll pass this schema inside the Formik object that we have built. So here we can say validation schema to schema. So now all our validations should work. It's not working right now, probably we forgot to save. So now you can see that user is entering an invalid email, and it says that email is required and please enter a valid email. So when the user enters a valid email, the error goes away, but without entering the password we are not able to submit. The validation is still not working on the password. probably we have done some mistake in the logic on the password field. Let's go and check in the text field. So here we need to change it to password to make it work. So now you can see that it says password is not secure, but when the password is more than 7 characters, then we are successfully able to submit the form. So this was basically we were trying to build. It works totally fine. Now there is a we can go to the console and check if it's logging the values. So you can see on submit it logs the values and alerts that form has been submitted. So now the last step is we will change this text field to type password, so the user is not able to see the password on the screen when user types it in the input field. Now this looks more realistic kind of form. So that's it. We have successfully built our form with all the validations in place. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave in the comments what kind of videos you would like to watch more. Thanks for